Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. Alright, coming right back. Alright, call halal and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Wahaba, Wahadar, Dwada Abba, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Forgive me the Rakakodas to be able to come back and do another lesson. Well, hopefully something that could be edifying, ammunition, exhortation, to the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Alright, shalom, Wabarakium, Amam Bakiyar. To the rest of the 1/3 on down, Shalom, Wabarakium. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for giving me, this truth, and teaching me this truth. To you, I say, Shalom, Wabarakium. All right, it's your brother Shariah coming back, and I just want to get straight into a topic, real quick. The adoption. Who's adoption for? So without any further ado, we can just go ahead and get straight to it. Romans, we're going to go to Romans chapter 3, and Salakia. Romans chapter 9, we're going to start at verse 3. Romans chapter 9, verse 3, and it reads, "For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh." Verse 4, "Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption." So the adoption only for the Israelites, man. Paul said only pertain to the Israelites, man. Period. It says, "And the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the promises." So there you go, man. So the adoption is only for the Israelites. Real quick, let's get it's not necessarily a detour, but just in case. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 37. 1 Corinthians 14 and 37. It says, "If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you," who's writing this? Paul. "All these things are the commandments of the Lord," or Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Alright? So he said it's a commandment for you to know that the adoption only pertains to the Israelites, man. It's that simple. Period. Everything he wrote, it's not no division, there's no schisms in the body. He was teaching exactly what he was taught, man. Alright? So it's just that simple. So we're gonna go to Galatians chapter 4, and we're gonna write this is gonna be quick, man. Galatians, and we're gonna start at chapter 4. We're gonna start at verse 4. It says, "But when the fullness of the time was come, Yahweh sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law," which was Mary, "to redeem." So that son is Yahweh Shai, who people call Jesus. It says Yahweh sent forth his son, which is Yahweh Shai, the Messiah, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the Messiah, made of a woman, that's Mary, made under the law, because she was a Jew, she's an Israelite, a real Jew. Verse 5, "To redeem them that were under the law." So he sent forth his son to redeem them that were under the law. Redeem means to buy back or save, to purchase, to save, that were under the law. Who's under the law? The Israelites. That we might receive the adoption of sons. So there you go, man. Verse 6, "And because ye are sons, Yahweh hath sent forth the spirit of his son into your hearts, the mind, crying, Abba, Father." So there you go, man. So the adoption that we might receive. He said he sent forth, verse 5, to redeem them that were under the law, that we might receive the adoptions of sons. It's that simple, man. It is that simple. All right. Let me see if I can get this real quick. looking at this. Deuteronomy 29:1. These are the words of the covenant which Yahweh commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. So that's it. I'm going to get one more. Because that law to redeem them under the law. Who's the only people under the law? I just said the covenant was only, he only made God, the Lord only made the covenant with us, man. Watch this. Deuteronomy 5:1. And Moses called all Israel and said unto them, Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears. That's the law, man. That ye may learn them and keep them and do them. Verse 2, Yahweh, our power, made a covenant with us in Horeb. Verse 3, Yahweh made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us, who are all of us here alive this day. There you go, man. So that is just that simple. That's not, this law is only for us, man. Period. We was the only people under this law. While we suffering the curses. Y'all want to suffer these curses, you non-Israelites, you soon will. You soon will. Psalms 147:19. He sheweth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. Verse 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. Can't get tired of that, man. No one else is known these, man. It's really that simple. So that he to redeem, we was only one game. I didn't have to get that because you just took he just the law and the law. Well, the law's up. Okay, yeah. Matthew 5:17. It says, "Think not that I am come to destroy the law." Don't even get it in your mind, or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Because if he came to destroy the law, what he teach from? It says, and everything he went on to teach in this chapter is from the law. So, I mean, it don't even make sense, man. It says, but to fulfill, meaning to actually bring out what it's about. You know what I'm saying? What the prophets were writing about. If he destroys the prophet, he destroyed his second coming. And the whole point of why he even came in the first place. It makes no sense. So verily I say unto you, verse 18, for verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass. It ain't happened yet. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. The heaven and earth has not passed yet, man. It has not passed. The adoption, man. Get this real quick. 2 Peter verse 3. And it says, verse 12. No, verse 10. But the day of the Lord, so 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. That has not happened. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Verse 12, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Verse 13, nevertheless we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So we know for a fact that it hasn't happened, because there ain't no righteousness dwelling on this earth right now, man. People still homeless, Israelites still cursed, there are people still warring, people still talking about nukes, People still on food stamps. You know, no one has been made immortal yet. No one is perfect yet out of the Israelites. The things you know, none of that has happened yet, man. Messiah, it came in ships yet. Put a bunch of people to death. Esau not in chains. It hasn't happened, man. It hasn't happened, man. So you just need to stop it, man. So that's that cut that. So last scripture, Ephesians chapter 1, verse 5. So the adoption only for us, man, to redeem them that were under the law. So back to the point. Matthew 5:17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets, or I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot, and it just told you how it's going to go down. One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Ain't none of that happened yet. The day of the Lord has not came, man. It ain't came. Righteousness is not on the earth yet. Be wicked and say it. Say it if you want to. I'm sorry, gonna have you. You're gonna have your house shot, gonna have your head, man. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 5. Keep letting Esau, Amalek fool you if you want. You're finna get a lot of Israelites put to death. Last scripture, Ephesians 1 and 5. It says, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh HaMashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will. So there you go, man. Predestinated, man. This is that simple, man. And it talks about the predestination in Romans chapter 8. Alright? And that's clear. That's only talking about the Israelites, because Romans is written to Israelites because it told you that everything pertains to the Israelites in chapter 9. So that's that, man. So I'm gonna keep that short, man. And I can actually go into that, with this, because we're waiting. It says, see if I want to get this. It's not needed, but that adoption is only completely for us. It says, verse 21, Romans chapter 8, verse 21. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption. That creature is the Israelites. It says, into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body. And that body is not a no mingled seed. I tell you that in Romans chapter Leviticus chapter 19, man. So there you go, man. This is only talking about Israelites once again, man. The adoption, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Wachabah, Wahadar. Forgiving me the Ruchach that I should be able to come back, do this. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom. To the Shalom Wabarakium, Amon Bakayar. Keep doing what you're doing, laboring week in, week out, staying strong, and just, keep strengthening the things which remain, and let's keep watching until the rest of the 1/3 on down. I say Shalom Wabarakium. Till next time. Shalom. Shalom.